Voice Your Place Curtea de Argeș is an audio guide narrated by teenagers about the built heritage of their town. Thank you for visiting our city and listening to our audio guide.
Welcome to the Sân Nicoară ruins. Now a picturesque ruin on the top of a small hill, the church of Sân Nicoară is surrounded by mystery, with very little exact information known about it. The church is thought to have been built around the same time as the church of Saint Nicholas in the 14th century, possibly by the same craftsmen brought by Basarab I from Constantinople. This is indicated by the similar masonry of the two buildings, rows of river stone alternating with rows of brick, a technique specific to the Byzantine Empire inherited from the Romans. The entrance tower, more commonly found in Catholic churches, seems to have been added later, as the materials suggest. The tower is brick, while the rest of the building is brick and stone.
The church has a simple hall-like plan. From the layout of the walls, we recognize the spaces specific to the Orthodox rite, the narthex, the nave, and the altar. To the left and right of the altar, there are two small niches. One is called proscomedia, where the communion bread and wine were kept, and the other, diaconicon, where the priestly vestments were kept. If you look at the altar, you can see the peculiar way in which the bricks at the top are laid. This type of oblique, fan-shaped arrangement is also a typically Byzantine technique. The outer wall of the altar is decorated with a horizontal row of niches made entirely of brick, which add to the charm of the building.
It is only in the 19th century that historical accounts of the church appear. According to the townspeople, it was in use until 1820. As it was probably in an advanced state of decay, the church became a stone and brick quarry for locals after the devastating earthquake of 1838. In fact, even the buttresses of the Church of Saint Nicholas, added in the 19th century to support the walls, were made from brick from Sân Nicoară. The drawing made by Michel Bouquet in 1840 and the photography taken by Ludwig Angerer in 1857 are the earliest images we have of the church. In both cases, we can see the complete form of the tower, today only a fragment, which might have been used by townspeople as a lookout point. This is also suggested by the location of the church on higher ground, from where one could see far into the distance.
Although in ruins, Sân Nicoară is one of the 5 prototypes of religious buildings that have served as models for all the churches in Wallachia. The other 4 are St. Nicholas and the Church of the Curtea de Argeș Monastery in Arges County, the Church of the Cozia Monastery in Vâlcea County, and the Church of the Dealu Monastery in Târgoviște County.
This text was narrated by
Ștefan Augustin Enache
and by
Patricia, Bădița.
I was going up the hill towards the ruin of Sân Nicoară church with my little dog Caramela. I was supposed to meet my friends at 3 at the ruin and it was 3:30. I had nearly reached the top but Caramela kept pulling me back.
You want to go up to the ruin and 3 girls on one of the benches catch your eye. They are laughing way too hard, but you can tell they don't care. They are eating ice cream and you wonder to yourself, am I too cold?
We put on our battle gear, loaded our guns with ammunition, plastic bullets, split into 2 teams of 3, and started the war to capture the fortress.
You've been listening to short extracts from our stories written during the creative writing workshop. The buildings that you have visited have a special meaning for us. The stories speak of us and our connection to these places. If you're curious about them, we invite you to read them in full on our website. The audio guide in English was recorded by teenagers during the Voice Your Place Curtea de Argeș 2024 workshops.